I did want to react to this. Let me see if I can find the exact moment that this is said, because I was watching this guy's video and I was interacting. I mean, I was here live and I was interacting in chat. But I was like, you know what? Let me talk about this live, because this is something that I hear a lot of people say online very, very often. So I think it's this video here. Probably this is from the chat, right?
There's a fucking cockroach climbing on his fucking shirt.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this here. This is Sleepy reacting to the nastiest self-owns that Asmongold has done over the years. Which, by the way, I don't know why Asmongold is self-owning. But look, here's what Sleepy said that I wanted to react to.
That's nasty, bro. Like, just soak in, like smell the screen.
Nasty. Like,
smell the screen. What does it smell like to you? Oh, you like that aroma? Do you like the smell of that?
By the way, for context, these are like old bottles and cups that are filled with either like juice or piss. I'm not sure which. Maybe a mixture of both. But like soda and piss just like sitting here on his desk. This is where he streams from. This is where like he lives for like 8 hours of the day. It's gross and disgusting. But here's what Sleepy says because of the state of Asmongold's room.
Man, what do you think this smells like? You don't think he's pissing in these cups? You think he's dignified enough to go to the washroom? Come on. This mother got urine cups all over the fucking table. You know he does. I know he does. Let's not bullshit each other, okay? Very real and true. Finally, we're taking accountability, chat. And listen, chat, just because some of us in chat liked Asmongold, okay? And even if you still like him, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be like, you know what? He is a disgusting freak. I will take his opinions a little less seriously. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
This is from him literally drinking water and then using Dr. Pepper as a chaser because he found the water so disgusting. I did hear that he later said that he played this up a little bit for the audience, but still, you know, some sentiment of this had to ring true for him.
What do you want me to say about this? This is your guy? This is the guy that you go to for political? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. All I'm saying is this can't be your guy. You can pick anybody else. This can't be your guy, all right?
It's impossible.
When I see comments on my videos, by the way, I don't want to say they're bots, okay? Although Twitter has a significant botting issue, I don't want to say YouTube has those botting issues, okay? But like, it can be our guy. Stop. It cannot be your guy, Jack Bridges. It cannot be your guy. You got to take responsibility for your space. XQC and Hassan hired cleaners. Exactly.
That's me.
Whatever, which is how a real man takes care of business. 100%. Like, if you don't want to spend the time, who doesn't like water?
Okay, so I'm not gonna waste your guys' time reacting to more of Sleepy stuff. I would recommend Sleepy. He's a good content creator, but I do want to say that the messiness of Asmongold's room does not invalidate the things that he has to say about politics. Because if what he's saying about politics is true or accurate, then why does it matter whether or not his room is messy or not? Now, I will say this. You shouldn't take Asmongold's stuff super seriously. Like, especially even in my comments, right? XQC is a lot better at handling his responsibilities. If he notices that he has a shortcoming, then he will do something to try to compensate for that. So, for example, he has noticed over the years that he's extremely late to events. He's extremely late to things. And so what did he do? He said, I'm not going to say yes to as many events. And he did go to some events, and he did end up being late to some other events. But in general, he's like, I'm not doing as many events because I don't want to bring down the experience for everyone else. If I can't fix the problem, I'm just going to remove myself and not be the problem. That, I think, is an example of him taking responsibility. He also, I think, did everything that he could to fight off all the legal stuff when it comes to Adept. He could have just, like, you know, just, I don't know, laid down and just gave up, surrendered, and gave Adept everything. But no, he decided to claw and fight back for his own dignity. So XQC has some level of self-respect for himself, and he also does have some level of responsibility. So, you know, I would take XQC's opinions more seriously than Asmongold's if XQC's opinions were a lot more informed, but they're not. And Asmongold is actually a lot more politically informed than XQC is. Now, what I use Asmongold's content for is to kind of put my finger on the pulse of what the average Gen Z male thinks about American politics, because Asmongold up until recently hasn't been like the most obsessed about politics. The only reason he went into politics is because left-wingers tried to cancel him, but he mostly just cares about gaming. Like, he doesn't like wokeness, right? And that's kind of what turned him against the Democratic Party. But in general, like, he's chill. Like, I guess maybe he leans right-wing, but he's not like a he's not an ideologue. He's not like a diehard Republican. He's not going to shill for Donald Trump. He's going to be biased towards him, but that's not the exact same thing. You couldn't call Asmongold MAGA. I don't think that Asmongold is the same as MAGA. Like, he would not endorse all the stuff that the January 6ers did, for example. That's not Asmongold. So he's just the average, just like semi-political person who's like getting more into politics because people keep on injecting politics into non-political spaces. I think if you're watching Asmongold for that purpose, that's completely fine. It is, of course, worth understanding, and being aware of, oh, well, this content is coming from someone who is not the most responsible person in the world, who his house has been in various states of disarray over the years. I think a dead animal fell through the roof most recently. But it just, in general, I just don't really like saying, oh, you can't watch it because his room is messy. Like, bro, that does not have any bearing as to whether or not what Asmongold is saying is accurate. And for me, his room being messy actually probably makes it make more sense I watch him for the average Gen Z male's opinion of American politics, because the average Gen Z male's room is probably messy. So I'm going to keep watching Asmongold. I'm not going to say he's my guy. I kind of like him, but, it is what it is. If his room is messy, his room is messy. And at the end of the day, I just don't care that much.